an entire family was murdered, and that the killer stayed living in the house for days after the crime. He fed the animals, he cooked food, he slept there, and he was never identified. This is not a movie, this is a real case. This is the mystery of Hinterkaifeck. In 1922, in an isolated rural area of Europe, there was a farm called Hinterkaifeck. The place was far from villages, surrounded by dense forests and almost deserted roads. The family living there led a simple and reserved life. Few visitors, little contact with neighbors. But weeks before the tragedy, strange things began to happen. The patriarch of the family reported something disturbing. Footprints appeared in the snow, coming from the forest, but none returned. An unknown newspaper appeared inside the house. The property keys disappeared, and during the night footsteps were heard in the attic. Even so, no one investigated seriously. Today, many believe that the killer was already watching the family, or perhaps was already living there. March 31st, 1922, neighbors were surprised by the silence of the farm. No movement, no response. When they entered the barn, they found something impossible to forget. 4 bodies were piled up on the ground: the father, the mother, the daughter, and the granddaughter, all brutally killed. Inside the house, the horror continued. The newly hired maid was dead in her room, and a baby was found lifeless in his crib. 6 people murdered, no distress call, no escape attempt. During the investigation, the police noticed something terrifying. The animals had been fed after the murders. Food had been prepared in the kitchen. The fireplace was still burning. That meant only one thing: the killer did not flee. He remained on the farm for several days, sleeping, eating, living among the bodies of the victims. More than 100 suspects were investigated over the decades. Neighbors, ex-soldiers, vagrants, former employees. None were convicted. There was no robbery, no valuable items were taken. There was no clear motive. The murder weapon was never officially recovered. The case began to go cold, until it was archived. Years later, the farm was demolished, as if they wanted to erase what happened there. But in the final police records, one sentence remained: the perpetrator knew the property well and had no hurry to leave. To this day, no one knows who killed those 6 people. No one knows why he stayed, and no one knows if he really left. Maybe the killer was someone no one ever suspected, or maybe someone who never left Hinterkaifeck. If this case gave you chills, know that there are many others that were never solved. Forgotten files, buried mysteries, truths that never came to light. Subscribe to the channel and get ready, because some mysteries don't want to be solved.